This is Matt from MGMT Boston, and on this episode of Lantern, I am with the EnFi crew. We have Scott Weller, the co-founder and CTO, and Joshua Summers, the co-founder and CEO. And this is an awesome, fast-growing fintech company, so let's talk about it. What are you and your team building?
Well, Matt, first of all, it's great to be back with you. We always enjoy our quick conversations. EnFi is an agentic platform for risk in lending. We built a system that spawns agents that can do the various jobs from origination and underwriting all the way through portfolio monitoring in complex commercial credit.
Yeah, and I always love visiting EnFi, but it is a special time to visit EnFi because they just announced their $15 million Series A. So, this is an agentic company building a different type of company in 2026 than has been built before in fintech. And as you think about capital allocation, what to build, what has that been like as you guys think about the roadmap for 2026?
We're seeing a transition from the traditional way of building a product and software to a new way of building product and software. And I think a lot of folks in the startup ecosystem are finding that you can be extremely capital efficient in a new method of how you approach development. And we fully embrace that to the point where we're now building what I would refer to as a factory for software development, a way for every team member to engage in going from idea to testing a concept within hours to a day by using a lot of the new tooling that's emerging for agentic development. And that's also taught us on how to actually deliver agentic solutions for our customers, which Joshua can talk about a bit more. But if you are an AI-first company, you got to be an AI-first software development shop. That's kind of what we've embraced early on. It wasn't always that case when we started out. We were definitely ahead when it came to thinking about how to construct agents, how to do multi-agent systems. But it was the software development process that we didn't think we would disrupt next. And that was actually where we had to go to be extremely capital efficient.
When you're building a company today, everything is different. And we actually do a quarterly management offsite. And one of mine, I said, we have to unlearn everything we've learned about building companies, building software, going to market, selling to customers. It's just a world that nobody has been through. And so it's really a lot of fun. We get to reinvent every single aspect of building companies and selling software to buyers. And here, that means we've challenged every single piece of it. And sometimes the piece you challenge has an unbelievable outcome and generates 10x velocity. Other times it fails miserably. And so we're in this really cool test and learn cycle. Honestly, the things that change your entire path may be the last thing you think it will be. But if you're willing to just continually reinvent everything, you can find really great ways of building kind of momentum and rolling out software faster.
Yeah, and tell the audience maybe about a couple of the milestones that your company's achieved to sort of reach this point and what you're excited about, as we get deeper into 2026.
Yeah, milestones got compressed. So what used to take 3-4 years for a software company to find product market fit, we really got there within 6 to 9 months of launching our first version of the product. That didn't mean we got it right. We actually fell flat on our face out of the gate. We got a lot wrong. But when you're willing to fail like that and put it in the hands of customers and listen to those customers, really engage them as design partners, you can quickly iterate. And with the speed at which we can write software now, we can reinvent all pieces of it very quickly and get new versions out. And so we got to that product market fit milestone around Q3 of last year, which led to us accelerating our Series A. And we went out, we actually got a really nice competitive round, and we pulled in some incredible investors. And we thought about that round different than we thought about previous rounds. We didn't go to find the biggest name VC out there. We said we want to find the ones that know our customers the best, because there's such a speed to market now. And so we brought in a handful of investors, 3 different backers in this round that each have a very, very deep connection into the actual buyers of our product. And that changed everything. And we already are seeing a massive acceleration in terms of closing deals because of that.
Yeah, and I think that's a great insight for any founders out there, thinking about raising and finding strategic investors to partner with. Now, we asked you last time we were here what you've learned building companies and that about riding the roller coaster and sort of staying level-headed. So maybe we'll ask you, Scott, what's a learning maybe from the past year or your career that you would pass back to other founders, other engineering leaders about sort of what it takes to succeed in this era?
The first startup I joined was back in 1994, so I'm probably dating myself. When I was 15, I joined the first internet service company in the country, and it was a great experience, and then I've been part of startups ever since, and every startup's been a little bit different. There's been a different speed to every startup. I think best advice I can give founders right now, and something that we've learned, is we are in a vibe first, pitch next kind of environment. The cost of actually going from idea to the actual concept has become so accessible for anyone. The ability for a product-minded individual or business-minded individual to create a prototype that used to cost $100,000 in engineering time now can cost maybe $500 to $1,000 in Claude code time. So I think one of our biggest learnings is put your ideas to work as efficiently and as effectively as you possibly can and get your ideas out there. I think historically, a lot of founders would have great ideas and then their next step would be, well, I gotta get funding. I gotta pitch this to a bunch of people and get support. I gotta see that signal. If someone's worth investing in me, then maybe this product's worth investing in. It's completely reversed now. That's a big learning for us. You gotta think of once you get into a kind of this scenario where you feel like you have product market fit, that still exists, and you have to break down the traditional notions of how you operationalize your product team. Things like sprint ceremonies, things like how you do product planning. These are all designed for humans and human engagement. Now we're like heading into a world where machines can do it first and present results. From the time you have the ideas as a founder to when you establish it as a company, all of the operational disciplines that exist today are getting radically changed. So build first, deploy first, get feedback. It's a great time to build.
Yeah, those are great nuanced insights. And last but not least, like how can we help EnFi grow here in the Boston area and globally around the world?
You're a big voice in Boston, and we've actually seen that voice grow, multiple startups in a row. And honestly, I think that means a lot to startups, right? You're out, you're amplifying our message, you're amplifying our ability to find good candidates and bring our team to where we need to bring it. Keep doing that, right? Engage in these conversations. These are meaningful. We listen to your other conversations. We really enjoy them. We learn something from each of them. As we all are like really focused on growing our own businesses, we're focused on Boston. We're focused on building great companies in Boston. It's hard to do. I think the ecosystem is taking a step forward, and I think you're a big reason why we're doing that, and we all need to engage in that together. It's more than just building EnFi, it's building Boston.
Yeah. Thank you.
And I'd add one more thing to that, and I have a message for the folks who might be watching and listening. We are building the largest AI company in financial services in Boston, and we are looking for the top minds in both AI and product, sales, and customer success. You can help, or you can help. Come join us. If you feel like you've been in a place where you've had the potential to do great things when it comes to finding the truth in financial data, when it comes to doing analysis, when it comes to moving markets, come do it here.
Watch this team. This is Scott and Joshua from EnFi, Matt from MGMT Boston on this episode of Lantern. Thanks guys so much for joining us.
Thank you, Matt. Thanks so much.